Hey y'all. Well, it is fall and it is a beautiful day here in Georgia Zone 8B. And so I want to talk to y'all a little bit and show y'all some of the fall color that we have even here in Georgia. With the warm climate that we have and the humidity, it's not as colorful as our neighbors in the mountains up to the north might get. But y'all, I love the beautiful colors that it does bring. Some falls, everything just kind of crisp up and dies because of drought and hot temperatures. But this year, even though we have had a drought, we've also had cooler temperatures, which has allowed us to get this beautiful show on this maple. Y'all don't know much about this maple. In fact, we found out later on that this was grown as one of the helicopter seeds. A guy that was our neighbor before we moved here, he was doing an experiment with his grandkids and decided to collect them and try to germinate them and came up with a bunch of seedlings. So when he gave it to us, it was like in a little 6-inch pot, and we stuck it in the ground, not knowing much about landscape gardening at all. We just stuck it in the ground when we moved here 15 years ago, and y'all look at it today. So I don't know the variety of it. I think it's just a regular old like red maple. And it is very, very crooked. My husband can't stand how crooked the tree was because we just didn't know how to take care of things. And the fact that we would need to stake it and that we would need to kind of prune on the limbs. And so it just kind of is what it is. And we hope that it'll stay with us because it does provide an abundant shade back behind it that we really enjoy. Not to mention these beautiful fall colors that it gives us. Y'all, it's red, it's yellow, it's orange, and a little bit of both. I'm gonna let y'all see up close what the leaves look like. As y'all can see here, the leaves aren't fully colored, they're kind of speckled. And that's what we're gonna get this year probably before they crisp up and die, but maybe they'll continue to transform, who knows. But from far away, it's absolutely beautiful. We have a few other plants here in our garden that we grow specifically for their fall color. The Scentlandia is one of them. It's Itea Virginica, and I have a love-hate relationship with this plant. It sends out lots of suckers as it tries to colonize. It is a native plant or a species of a native plant, but its fall color is just so striking. And not only does it get this beautiful fall color, is that the leaves around here in our Zone 8B kind of hang on until usually January or so. There are only a few months that it doesn't have leaves on it, which would make me kind of consider it a semi-evergreen for us. It also does the beautiful candling in the spring, which is just so pretty as not a lot of their things are blooming yet. So I always have this, I don't want to get rid of it, but it kind of drives me crazy. This Scentlandia plant that is over more in our shade area, it's putting on a little bit different coloring right now. I don't know if that's because it is needing some more water. We do irrigate, or if it's just because of the amount of sun that it gets. It's got a little bit of yellowing happening and some speckling on the leaves that is unusual. So we'll have to keep an eye on that one. But I did want y'all to see that with a different amount of sun, this is what it might look like. We have our Scentlandias. We have 3 of them in 3 different light situations. This one gets afternoon sun. The first one I showed you gets morning sun. In this third Scentlandia, it gets all day sun. And it has had some, I think, bug pressure issues happening. It's kind of had a bit of an orange tint, or almost like it had its fall coloration most of the year, but has now deepened into the normal fall shades or winter shade that it gets more red. I'm not really sure what you would want to call that. It's got red with a little bit of orange to it, and then it still has some green stems to it. So that's what our full sun one looks like. Very different. Here's our Japanese maple Firefly that we put in earlier this year, if you caught the video on that. It has turned a dark burgundy, almost the same color as the Scentlandia, which I think is very striking and looks very pretty next to the evergreen viburnum that's behind it. I can't wait to see what it all looks like in the spring as well. This one is Legends of the Small Fothergilla. It's a dwarf variety of the native Fothergilla, and it has really grown a lot of times for its fall color. This is the first year we've still had leaves on this plant come fall time, and it's trying to put on its beautiful fall color. which I'm not sure between the dappled sunlight and all the leaves scattered beneath if you can really get to see how beautiful it is. But again, it's just something that, you know, I love a plant that gives you just another season of interest without it flowering. It doesn't have to put on flowers in order for it to be beautiful, to bring color to your garden. So think of getting some plants that also have beautiful fall color. Fothergilla also puts on candle, kind of like the Scentlandia. It is part of the witch hazel family, and so it puts on a small honey scented flower in the spring. And don't leave out blueberry bushes. This is the Sky Dew Gold blueberry bush, and it typically has a chartreuse leaf on it. We moved this one here from a shadier spot earlier this season, and now it has turned into its beautiful fall color. I can't wait. This plant is supposed to get 4 by 4 and really catch your eye when fall comes about. So I cannot wait to see if it'll reach that maturity or not in size. But either way, really beautiful. When this is also the Sky Dew Gold, maybe it'll give you a better idea. We just moved this one a few weeks ago, about a month ago, and so it still has some of its chartreuse to its leaves and is starting to turn. Again, it's kind of hard with the leaf cover on the ground to see it. The other one had a better, it popped a little bit more because the color was more saturated. And this is a Shasta Viburnum. Now this Viburnum for us is in too much sun, and so it really does not look good. Again, this is its first full year that even have leaves still on the plant this late. Typically they've dried and crisped up and fallen off, and it's had bug pressure and other things. But I did want y'all to catch a glimpse. If you live in a cooler climate or if you have a part sun, then this Shasta Viburnum would probably really love that ideally. It gets 8 feet tall and 10 feet wide, so not really something that I can just tuck in and move because it's not loving its location. So we're just trying to get it the right amount of water. We keep increasing it, hoping that that will help some, but it does have beautiful fall coloring that even though it may not look its best here at our house, maybe it'll look great at yours and something you should consider. So as you're shopping for plants this fall, make sure that you're picking up some plants that have fall interest to them. You'll be really glad as you extend your season of color and give you more interest that you can have. And it's not just trees that have fall color. There's quite a few plants, some perennials and shrubs that also have fall color. We've just added a few recent fall color plants. We added some euphorbia that's supposed to have fall color. We also have a smoke bush that is supposed to have fall color. Neither one of those right now, they're newly planted and don't really have any color to show you, but I'm hoping in the coming years that we'll have some more fall interest in our garden. So I hope y'all appreciate this. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see y'all real soon.